In this special episode, the ROUS Channel takes on a crazy motorcycle challenge. What were we thinking? The Oklahoma chapter of the Motorcycle Sport Touring Association created the Tri-Point Challenge. What's a tri-point? Well, it's a border thing. You see, Oklahoma is unique because it has 6 bordering states, and there are 6 places on our border where 3 states join each other. Those connecting points are called tri-points. The challenge gave members a set period of time to find these points on their motorcycles. And of course, these tri-points are in some pretty remote places. So here we are on the hottest day of the year, heading southeast toward the first point. All right, well, hey, we have made it. This is as close to the tri-point in southeast Oklahoma, I think, that you can get. So I think I just crossed over the line into Arkansas. This is Arkansas. That's Oklahoma. And right over there on the other side of those trees is the state of Texas. So the real tri-point is right over there somewhere, but this is as close as you can get. It is unbelievably hot. I'm actually kind of stopped in the middle of a highway right now, but I haven't seen a car in a long time, so hopefully nobody's going to come up behind me. So this is where we've been trying to get to over the last few hours. I am very hot. I'm very tired getting down here, but it's exciting having come this far to actually get to the spot that I was going for. So the first challenge point, made it. Somebody get that man some ice water. Now we'll head due north to find the junction of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. We'll take a combination of roads on both sides of the border to get up there. If you noticed, our trip started on the grassy plains of central Oklahoma. Then during yesterday's leg, we traveled through the mixed hardwoods of the Cross Timbers region. Now we'll see more and more of the piney woods that make an appearance in this border area. Oklahoma's vegetation and terrain change dramatically as you move around this state. All right, well, hey, we have made it to the second of our challenge tri-point markers. We are at the intersections of 3 states, Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. So you can see right there, there is the Welcome to Oklahoma sign. If you look right down there, there's the Welcome to Missouri sign. And there's not a sign for Arkansas, but it is on the other side of those trees right there. So this is what the tri-point looks like. All right, on to the next one. Got to go north from here. Thanks, we'll see you up there. Well, from our last stop, we don't have to go far to get to the junction of Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. Just an hour of riding on some small highways gets us to the next tri-point. This part of southwestern Missouri is a scenic place, and I really need to return soon to do some more exploring here. right, well, hey, we have made it to the third tri-point marker of our trip. We are at the intersection of Oklahoma and Kansas and Missouri. You can see they've got a kind of a monument, an obelisk over here, but I think this is the actual marker right here. So it looks like surveyors came in here and put this marker on the ground. And then here is a little information sign that talks about the tri-point itself. So, hey, it's been a great trip. We have found 3 of these now. So I'm going to get back on the highway here momentarily, head back to Oklahoma City, and that'll wrap up this little video. It's great. There's 6 of these in the state. 3 of them are here in the east. Now we got to plan our trip out to the Panhandle, because there's 3 of them out there we got to find next. So anyway, tri-point challenge, here we are at number 3 of this trip. And we're off again. This time we're headed for the junction of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Colorado. This leg will take us primarily through rural farming country. Instead of the twisty, wooded roads around the last tri-points, we'll now have long, straight runs through flat, grassy plains. And we'll have gravel roads. My Yamaha FJR is a road bike and does not like dirt and gravel, not one bit. But the next 3 tri-points are in very remote places and will require travel off the paved highways that we're used to. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have spent the last almost an hour, it seems like, on dirt and gravel roads trying to get to this spot. We are at our first tri-point out here in the Panhandle. This is the convergence of Kansas, Colorado, and Oklahoma. But here's the tri-point convergence, 3 states: Kansas, Colorado, and Oklahoma. Now we're off to the next one. See you there. And just like that, the terrain and ecology changes again. Gone are yesterday's grassy plains and green crop fields. Today's tri-point is in high desert. We're off to find the spot where Oklahoma, Colorado, and New Mexico meet. This region is called Black Mesa, and it's a very scenic place. It's rugged and remote out here, but look at these paved roads. These are great. Well, never mind. Here's the gravel again. And here we are arriving at tri-point number 5. As you've noticed, the wind out here has really made audio recording difficult. So I'll just describe what I was saying here. Oklahoma, Colorado, New Mexico. Wow, this landscape out here is just beautiful. and now I'm headed toward the final tri-point. I've crossed over into New Mexico and am headed toward the junction of Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Texas. This channel has spent a lot of time filming New Mexico in the past, but never before on two wheels. We love this state and are planning a much longer motorcycle tour here in 2025, so stay tuned for that. I'll show you a little bit what it looks like here. Just kind of at a crossroads. A little power substation out here. A lot of crops. Doing some irrigating out here. And then there's the point. So if you are scoring this at home, that is New Mexico, that direction. All that corn right there is down in Texas. And then that road that disappears that way, that's Oklahoma over there. So it's been a great trip. I'll try to sign in before we get back to the house. But it's been quite a challenge. I believe I found all 6 of these. It's been a great journey, and I had a great fun doing it. Got to see a lot of parts of a few states that I never thought I'd get to see before. So on this trip, I have gotten to see Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. So I would encourage anyone to come out here and try to find these places. It's a lot of fun. Get to see a lot of neat stuff. Met a few nice people too. So anyway, that's it from here. I'll sign in later. And with that stop, we completed the Oklahoma Tri-Point Challenge. We traveled 1,300 miles and saw some remarkable places. It was a difficult but very rewarding challenge. And since that last Tri-Point left us in some great riding territory, we took advantage of it. We took the slow way home and checked out every great motorcycle destination along the way. So subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to be notified as these riding episodes are released. Thanks for coming along on this adventure and sharing this experience with us. We have more adventures coming and hope you'll join us again next time. Thanks again.